I'm back. Okay, so I still want to talk about Ashley. So again, as we all know, Ashley Darby is pregnant again. September 8th, she announced she's pregnant with her second baby. Okay, the story hit the blogs that Michael was out cheating. It was with a black stripper. Whoever sent the text said that Michael said he had a boyfriend and a girlfriend. We all know this. Only person that was been lying about it was Ashley. The only person that's been lying about it was Ashley. With this particular season, Ashley finally decided to say that we basically have an open marriage. We have brought other people into our relationship. We saw her sit down and have a conversation with Michael, saying that, you know, if it's another girl that I want to screw, we all did it together. You know what I'm saying? This is a group effort. Now you going off with the boys without me trying to tap some stripper ass. That's a problem. This has to stop, and this has to stop now. Michael like, okay, it's gonna stop. It's gonna stop. Michael lied and said that he didn't fuck the girl. You don't wake up. He was so drunk he just passed out in the bed. You don't pass out in the bed butt ass naked, wake up in the morning and check your phone and I realize that you ain't got no clothes on. Come on, Michael. Whatever. Stop fucking lying. You fucked that girl. Just be honest about that shit. You just don't want to admit to Ashley that you fucked the girl, because that's not what y'all arrangement was. Y'all arrangement was, if you gonna have sex with a third party, then my wife need to fuck her too. That's what y'all arrangement was. Okay. So everybody going around talking to Ashley about whether or not she gonna leave Michael. Ashley done drummed up this idea. We gonna have another agreement. Fuck a prenup. The prenup has expired. Now we're gonna have a postnup. Ashley is all about the contracts, baby. All about the contracts. And Michael agreed to it. Okay, fine. Whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Because like now she get half. She get half. But now she wants something set in stone to say, I get more than half if you happen to fuck up again. You know, if you decide to invite somebody else into our relationship one more again, you know, I get some more. And me and Dean gonna be straight for life. Ashley's about those contracts, baby. I ain't even mad at her. Okay. However, okay, so this was brought to Ashley's attention via Candace. Candace went to Giselle. It's like, look here, we need to let her know. They decided to have a talk about this while they was at the lake house. Now, while they was at the lake house, Monique kept coming in the house like, hey, I want to get this fire started. I don't know what the fuck. Did y'all see how much fucking lighter fluid she put on that goddamn pit, baby? She was about to blow the whole house up. You know, one good squirt of lighter fluid, that's all you need. You don't need to empty the whole fucking bottle. Girl. Anywho, for some marshmallows? She said s'mores. I ain't seen no graham crackers, I ain't seen no chocolate. It was just birthday marshmallows, that's all it was. So anywho, Monique kept coming in while they were trying to have this conversation, so they kept, stalling. So they sat there about a good hour, according to Monique, and while she was out there getting this fire pit weird, and she felt that they was being disrespectful. But Candace didn't want to make a big scene like she did before when she accused Michael of, messing around. Michael has grabbed Adam's butt. That was Katie's husband. He got caught with a dude from Tinder, okay? They really washed over that. Every time that something's happened with Michael, something else happens with another character that washes over that. Because when he got caught with the dude from Tinder, that's when Ray's tax scandal came out, okay? And then he grabbed the producer's butt, okay? Yeah. And now this new scandal with this stripper, which Michael admitted that, like I say, he wanted to screw. He did. And as Ray said, he couldn't perform. That's why if he didn't sleep with the girl, he couldn't perform. That's the problem. But he could perform for a dude. If it was a dude up in there, he'd do it. That's what Ray said. Not my words, but I agree with him. Okay. So, yeah. So Ashley decides to inform the entire group that their relationship has always been open. It's been an understanding, but not no more. As of today's date, no more, no mas. If he happens to do this again and embarrasses me again, then it's over. Now, when she first came in, she said something about breastfeeding, and she didn't think that she can get pregnant again while she's breastfeeding. I don't know why people think that your period does stop when you're breastfeeding, but you still can get pregnant. However, when she said that, the reason why she led with that, for me, that was her justification of saying, I'm staying with Michael. I know he fucked up again, and y'all know about it, and I'm gonna stop lying about it now. I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. We be wilding out. We be buck wilding. We be getting down. We be doing the damn thing with this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna stay with my man. Why? Because I might be pregnant, which she is. And it's probably part of the post-nup. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, so she gonna stay with the dude no matter how many people he fuck around with, who he stick his dang-a-lang in, whatever. You know, she cool on that. They got baby number 2 on the way. Ashley is locking it in. Her coochie is a cash register, as Wendy Williams said about Evelyn Lozada. Cha-ching. Okay, so we moved on. I was talking about Monique. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if I'm the only one that can see this. Monique is having severe issues with her relationship with Chris. She don't want to admit it to everybody else. Just from the conversations that she has with Chris, she feels undervalued in that relationship. She wants to grow and to blossom as well. But Chris want to keep her barefoot and pregnant and just being the trophy wife that she used to be. I mean, he likes her business mind, but he wants her to be more a wife than anything else. Not more of a wife and a mother than an entrepreneur. He wants her to have more babies. She's not feeling it. She wants to change the status of their relationship, the status of their marriage, and become more independent within that marriage. She does a lot of things already. You know, she manages a few properties already. She does some philanthropy already. She has her podcast that she's spending $200,000 a year on just to get going. Any of y'all ever listen to her podcast? Y'all let me know how y'all think y'all like it or whatever. So she's doing a lot of things, and he like, look, I just want a fucking wife, you know. I just want you to fuck me when I want you to fuck me, and she ain't about that. Now, before she had the last baby, Monique was already struggling to give Chris the sex that he wanted because she said she was tired all the fucking time. That relationship is really taking a toll on her, and even though she's able to talk to Chris, she's not able to really express fully where he's understanding in the end day, where he's getting or grasping how the fuck she really fucking feel. Chris is like, okay, I hear you, I want some pussy. You know what I'm saying? I hear you, I want another baby. You tired? Take a nap, come bust it wide open for me. That's what Chris is feeling like right now. And all through this episode, you could clearly you can see it. You can see it. And that is fucking with her. It is really fucking with her. That so when she deals with Candace is an easy target. Candace is an easy motherfucking target. Monique wants to fight. I think she wants to fight her husband. She wants to get it out. She wants to yell, scream, and kick. We knew that I thought Monique was going through a mental breakdown with the drinking situation, when y'all claim that she didn't have no drinking problem. I still say she had a drinking issue. And I thought that she was having a mental breakdown then. She's been crying out. She's been wanting help from somewhere, mainly her husband, all this time, and I can see the breakdown. She thought she had a friend in Sharice. Her only other real friend at this point in time is who? Karen. Because the best friend, like I said, was using her to try to come onto this show. And now she's no longer friends with her, but that girl is still hella motherfucking cool with Sharice, just like Candace is still cool with Sharice. So she sees Candace as another friend who betrayed her. And now she's taking it out on Candace, because her issues with Candace for real ain't got nothing to do with nothing. She was mad last season for Candace about how she talked to Ashley and what information she was sharing with Ashley. And so all this commentary about her, you need to stay out of people's marriages, that has to do with the Sharice situation, because again, Sharice wanted to spread rumors about Chris's baby not being his and using Candace as a tool to help spread that shit. Now Candace has admitted to that too. So that's not that's why I'm not saying a legend on none of this shit, because they all have admitted this shit. In one of their live streams that they've done. Like I told you, I was watching a lot of shit and it just gets on my goddamn nerves sometimes. So, okay, but I could clearly see that something is off with Monique. She has a very explosive attitude, and I think she's going through a breakdown, a nervous break. I really do. And however, even with that situation, and I know sometimes you can't control your emotions, you can black out. I'm not denying it all, because I know I've been that person. It still doesn't make it right. Okay? But again, your blackout moment, though, at the moment that you said you blacked out, all the shit that you did up leading to that moment and everything that happened after, you was in clear judgment. There was no blackout money, no blackout there. It's not justified. It ain't justified at all. So, Candace and Chris ain't got shit going on. They ain't got shit going on either. Candace still want to buy a house. But what I can clearly see is that Candace has kept up with therapy. This entire episode, she has been trying to either walk away from situations and not be the turn-up queen. She got dragged like a motherfucker for tossing the butcher knife at Ashley, who didn't leave her motherfucking house, who was trespassing at that point. I'm going to keep saying it again. But still, she got dragged through the mud because of that. So she's trying to present herself as a different person, especially to Monique, because she considered her a friend or a sister. Monique already said that was a facade. That wasn't real. That was fake. Who was it not real for? Was it not real for you, Monique? Or you believing that Candace was being fake? Questions. I got general questions. Okay. So that's all that's really going on with Candace and Chris. Nothing at all, except that Candace is trying to walk this new light and be a better person. You can clearly see her walking away from situations and the best that she can until we get to this winery. Okay, so we go to this winery. Giselle want to celebrate her literary thingamajigma, right? They were drinking wine. It's free wine. It says wine tasting. Candace was clearly drunk. I don't know if nobody else seen it but me. Everybody else may have been a little tipsy. Candace was fucking drunk. Okay, so when at the point that when she said, "I love y'all," that's when you knew that Candace was drunk. A lot of drunk people do that. They get drunk and they just tell everybody in the room, I just love you so much. I just love you. I don't drink, but I've had people do that and it gets on my fucking nerves. Well, then I think it was Karen saying, now that you got your wine, you love everybody. And I think Giselle was like, so you and Monique cool? She's like, I love Monique. I love Monique. Despite the shit that we going through, I love her. We're sisters. That's what sisters do. We fight. We argue. You know, at this point, there was no physical fighting. There was just the arguing and the disagreement. And one thing that Candace and Monique are so fucking similar. All the shit that Monique criticizes Candace for, Monique does. Calling her immature because she don't want to sit there and argue, you did the same thing. Popping off at somebody, you did the same thing. One thing that Giselle said, I'm probably gonna get to that later. So at this thing, you know, when Giselle said, so y'all cool, and I think Candace said something like, it is what it is, you know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Okay, Sarah. Monique is like, yeah, it's whatever, wherever she gonna be, that's where I'm gonna be. And if she in the back, at the back door, I'm gonna be there with her too. You know what I'm saying? In other words, if she wanna get gutter, I can get gutter too. That's basically what Monique was saying. And, you know, at some point, Candace, her drunk ass, so Monique was like, oh, y'all ain't my friend. You gonna be my friend. You know, I don't know what the fuck. She need to lay off the wine. Whatever she was drinking was, that white wine that she was drinking was heavy. Okay, so it got ugly at this point. Monique is talking back. You ain't gonna twirl your little ass around because, you know, Candace is drunk making fun of Monique. Monique is talking back to her. Candace with all the little hand motions. She talking with her hand. Monique talking with her hands too, but she just not up in Candace's face as much. Candace is all like, whatever. And Monique said, get your hands on my face. My hands out your face. My hand ain't in your face. She did all that to her. And Monique took her and flipped to her. Now, I remember watching Twitter and seeing other people reviews, and y'all motherfuckers lied. Y'all said that Candace flipped Monique's her. No, Monique flipped Candace's her 4 motherfucking times. 4 of them. After the second time, Candace says that she flipped Monique's jacket. No, girl, you did not. You grabbed her jacket. And when you grabbed her jacket, Monique flipped your hand off of her. And when she flipped her hand off of her, You kept saying, what you gonna do? You gonna drag me? You gonna drag me? You gonna drag me? And Monique said, you want me to? I will. I will. She was flipping at her when she said it. But that second time, when Monique flipped her hand off of her, Candace was like, really, Monique? You know what I'm saying, like that? Monique took her by her hair and swung on her. Okay? When she took her by her hair and swung on her, Candace did throw wine in her face. Robin said the wine got in her face when the table flipped up. Candace threw wine in that girl's face. But that was after Monique grabbed her by the hair. When she threw the wine in her face, Monique slammed her face down on the table. When she slammed it down on the table, the producer grabbed one hand, Monique grabbed it with the other hand. Okay? And when she did that with her head down on the table, Candace took that wine glass and smacked it across Monique's face. That's what happened. Now, let's take it back to the beginning. Monique put her hands on that girl first by flipping at her hair. Regardless if Candace saying, you're going to drag me. And she was saying, you're going to drag me because Monique said she was going to drag her last year. So she was doing a call back to what the girl said last year. You're going to say, you're going to drag me? You're going to drag me? You're going to drag me? She was drunk, right? She was drunk. And Monique, let a bitch come up and flip your fucking hair. She was trying to get a rise out of Candace. Candace, what? Look, okay, when what's that girl name? Twirl, Kenya Moore, when she kept putting that scepter in I can't think her daggone name, the Portia's face. That was a provocation. And Portia grabbed that scepter and then commenced to drag Kenya. It wasn't justified, but it was funny. Okay. At this point, with these two ladies, Candace and Monique are going back and forth. Okay, Candace talking with her hands as she always do. Monique like, get your hands on my face. And Candace like, hey, what? You gonna drag me? You gonna drag me? You gonna drag me? That still did not justify Monique flipping her. Because she started flipping her hair when the girl was saying, you gonna drag me? And she got flip, what, you want me to? You want me to? Okay. So when Candace grabbed her jacket, because she was being flipped, she said she flipped it, but she did it like that. She did one of them numbers. She twisted, she did one of them. But Monique was the one who first touched her first. That end story. There should have been no touching of nobody. Monique touched her first. When I was little, let me tell you, this is how they used to try to make us fight. They would come up and you'd be standing there face to face with whoever you know talking shit to, and then one of your friends would take your hand and flip it to that person. That flipation is to try to provoke the other person to fight. Monique, you were provoking her to hit you. That's why you did it more than once. Before she even touched your jacket. You were the one provoking that, not Candace. Y'all both were exchanging words back and forth. And it wasn't like even no words back and forth. Y'all were just like mocking each other for real. Like, girl, I'm so over you, mocking you. Both of y'all was doing that. But when you start flipping at her, you was provoking her. You wanted that girl to do something to you. And since she didn't until she took your jacket, then you want to try to justify that she provoked you. No, fuck that. You provoked her. You provoked her. So, Candace and it took them a long time to get their ass separated, baby. It took them a long time. Boy, Monique had a grip on that motherfucking weave. Her wig that was tacked down, she had a grip on that bitch, and she was fucking Candace up. She was fucking her up. But when Candace took that glass and smashed it across her face, busted her lip right there, I'm just saying. And that didn't nothing but make Monique more mad. And Monique started really laying into her ass. Took a while to get separated. Karen decides to go assist Monique. She's going to her friend. Candace felt some kind of way about that because I'm supposed to be your friend too. And Karen was like, I'm going to my friend, which Monique didn't let Karen through. She didn't let Karen through. Monique was out there. She's bleeding from the mouth. She was talking to Jason, the producer. She's bleeding from the mouth and everything. Candace still in the side, popping off, calling her a whack bitch or whatever else she was calling her. And Jason was not letting Monique go back through the door. I'm still trying to get your blackout moment. The blackout moment, when she grabbed it and put it to the table. That's when Monique said she blacked out. After that, she just remembered hitting the girl. So she blacked out for 3 seconds. She grabbed it down to the table. The rest of this time, she was fully coherent, which she said she was fully coherent because Wendy asked her about that shit. She walked down some steps, walked around the courtyard. She did a full Portia Williams, went around and found her ass, chased her down, and she was going to get at her. She threatened to kill her. If you ever bring this bitch around me again, I'm going to kill her. She threatened that. Candace called Chris, told him what happened. Monique called Chris and told him what happened. And she was fully aware of every move that she had made. But when she got to this little dinner at the end of the episode, at the end of the last episode, or this little meetup, because she decided she wanted to talk to them and let the ladies express to the ladies her point of view. What really happened? I blacked out. Robin wasn't feeling it. Giselle wasn't feeling it. Wendy wasn't feeling it. Ashley had went to the bathroom when the whole fight broke out, but Ashley was still rah-rah and Cisco Obama for Monique because she don't like Candace anyway. She's like, well, all the shit that Candace did to us, including me, she deserved it. That's how Ashley was feeling. That's why I said when she befriended Candace, I felt that shit was bullshit. She was going to use that kindness as a weakness to get her back at some point. And as you can see on Twitter these past few weeks, that's exactly what Ashley has been doing. Exactly what Ashley has been doing. But I thought y'all made up. I thought y'all became friends again. So why at this point you now jumping on the bandwagon? You even made an official statement on behalf of Monique for a fight you didn't even fucking see. See, that's the same thing that happened with me and the old girl. I told you the one girl I went to jail for. I went there in defense of her, protecting her, and she made a whole motherfucking statement to the police for a fight she didn't see, which got me locked the fuck up. Okay, but anyway, Karen decides to host this little meeting in her house, and everybody's sitting there, and Monique says, this is not her character. I don't attack anybody. And I was like, yeah, you did. You attacked Robin with that umbrella. Remember that shit? And then Giselle made me realize how many different times Monique did some shit. She said the first year I met you threatened to punch me in my face. They roll camera. Beautiful bean footage. Damn, she did. Then the situation with Robin. And then something else happened. Or like last year you said you were going to drag Candace pregnant at all. You the one said that. Because Candace, I told you to go over there with that. It's gone. All this animosity, go over there with that. And you said, I would drag your ass pregnant on. You issued all these threats. And now, as Giselle said, now you have enacted on these threats. And now you want us to feel sympathy for you. Y'all see her grab baby Dean, trying to get some sympathy, like some kudos. Like, oh, I just need him to calm me down. She wanted us to see that Ashley still trusted her. I don't see her as a dangerous, violent person. So, yeah, you can go ahead and hold my baby girl. They so fucking fake. Oh, my gosh, they so fucking fake. But the whole situation about this is what black women don't do this, black women don't do that. The way that Ashley was feeling about that conversation, I was like this too. Don't put that on black women. Don't do that. This is y'all. This is y'all. This 7 people right here. This has everything to do with y'all. This is not, don't put this on black women as a general thing, period. And I know people look at these shows and they see black women and then associate that with black women as then the third. Y'all don't need to do it to yourselves. Y'all doing the exact same thing that society is doing to black women as a whole. Y'all are making this situation between these 2 women about black women in general. Y'all are doing that. Y'all are the ones doing it. So I was feeling Ashley on that point right there. This ain't got nothing to do with black women in general or everybody else's perception. This got to do with what really the fuck went down and why y'all ain't checking Monique about her fucking lies. And like Robin said, Karen, you sitting up here letting Monique say this bullshit. You was there. You saw everything that happened to her. Now, Karen did tell her you were wrong, but I'm going to still stand by you because you're my friend. I love both of you girls. But Candace had already told Karen on the phone, I found it very uncomfortable that you even inviting her to your home to extend her this opportunity to speak to the other women. Karen's playing both sides. Karen don't want to pick sides, so she's playing both sides. We gonna see that later on. But when it all got down to it, Monique she feels embarrassed, which is on her actions. She don't want her image to be fucked up. So she gonna talk to her Lord and her Jesus. And I love that Wendy said prayer don't fix everything, baby. Sometimes you gotta fix yourself. And then she said, no, prayer works. Prayer does wonders. Whatever. I said whatever Wendy, whatever Monique. But she don't talk to her pastor. She want everybody to pray for me because I just don't know what happened. that is you. You brag about the fact that it's you. And like Robin said, if you felt any embarrassment, you wouldn't have been all over Twitter and all over Instagram talking about she asked for it, she got it. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you felt any embarrassment, you wouldn't be bragging about it. Okay? And I do believe that 2 days later when she remembered what happened, she remembered right after it, that either her or her camp is the one who leaked it to the blogs. By the way that it was written, I do believe that fully 100%. But yeah, Giselle was like, I ain't fucking having it. I can't be around you. I don't want you to be in my presence. So when I see, so now the thing is though, one of the situations with Candace and Monique, Giselle helped bring that shit on. She helped egg it on. Giselle likes to stir. She's a shit stirrer. I told you that before. She would stir up the shit and then they'll sniff it and say, hold up, it ain't enough diarrhea in there. That is Giselle. And now it has gotten out of hand. You know what I'm saying? She liked to stir the pot, but she didn't realize that it was going to boil the fuck over like this. Giselle helped stir that shit up. She really did. And I kept sitting here saying, Monique, you don't realize Giselle playing you? You don't realize Giselle playing you? Okay, girl. Because you needed somebody to be mad at. You had beef. You had concern about Candace's trustworthiness because she's still cool with Sharice. You don't question nobody else in that group though, because Giselle is not your friend. She's still cool with Sharice. Ashley somehow is cool with Sharice. But you ain't questioning them and their friendship. You only question Candace because you looked at Candace like a fucking sister. But you also looked at Sharice like a fucking sister too, right? And now Sharice is out here spreading rumors that you out here spreading your legs for your trainer. The same way she said about Karen spreading her legs for her trainer. That's what, or her bodyguard, whoever Blue Eyes was supposed to be. The same thing that she did with Kendall and Sherman. And you know, Sharice is a motherfucker. She's a motherfucker, y'all. A real one. A real motherfucker. So, yeah, I'm not on Team Monique with this bullshit. And I as you as a viewer who are siding with Monique in this situation, you ain't on my team either. I can't with you. I can't with you right now. They both had their wrong as far as that little whole mocking situation at the round we go. But once Monique put her hands on that girl, I don't care if she just shoved her in the head, touched her on the shoulder, did whatever, nudged the forehead, flipped her fucking hair, Monique shouldn't have touched her at all. And it wouldn't have escalated to this point. It had just been words. They always have words. They've been arguing for 5 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? All these bitches right here. You know what I'm saying? And then Monique is like, that's you. Okay. It is you. Everybody does react differently. Like I said, I know I react differently myself. But I can take a full responsibility that when I do some shit wrong, that I was wrong. Monique don't feel like she did nothing wrong. It's been a week and my adrenaline is still up. And I still don't understand what's going on. Lies. Lying, the truth ain't fucking in you. Lie. If you don't fully understand what's going on and what you're sitting here talking to us for. Like Wendy said, what are we here for? Because you don't understand what you did. So what are you trying to explain to us if you don't understand? You just trying to get the timeline straight? Because that's right, both of them was filing charges against each other. They dropped it. Both of them dropped it. But that's what it was. You were trying to get your timeline straight. You was trying to see if anybody else in that room was going to agree with your timeline, which is what you got Ashley to do. Some motherfucker who didn't even see shit happen. That's it, y'all. That's the end of this doggone summary. I will be back with the next recap and review on time, all the way up until the final reunion, and then I'll make my decision if I'm gonna come back with these motherfuckers next year. Woo, child. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.